Action News investigation found a police officer accused of throwing a man with a prosthetic leg to the ground. Well, he's now working as an officer at a local university. Channel 2's Michael Seiden learned this isn't the first time the officer's accused of using excessive force.
We talked to the man in this video, and you can see an officer throws him to the ground. He's not alone. We also talked to a woman who says that same officer took her down too. That's an Atlanta police officer confronting a man who investigators say became disruptive at the Fulton County Courthouse after refusing to turn off his cell phone in May 2019. What began as an argument quickly escalates into violence when the officer slams the man to the ground.
I can't get up. I got one leg.
Michael Alexander has a prosthetic leg.
You threatened me, man. You put your hand in my face.
He filed a federal lawsuit against Officer Josiah Linserat.
When he threw me down, you know, the back of my head hit the wall, and he put his knee all in my back.
Police arrested and charged Alexander with obstruction and disorderly conduct. In the incident report, Officer Linserat accused Alexander of being the aggressor.
Well, they locked me up for 2 counts of obstruction of an officer and disorderly conduct, and them cases was thrown out.
They were thrown out?
Yes.
Why were they thrown out?
When they seen the video in the courtroom, the video didn't add up to the police report.
Alexander filed a complaint with Atlanta's Citizen Review Board. In March of 2020, the board sent Alexander a letter finding Linserat used excessive force, but Linserat was never punished because department records show he resigned amid the investigation.
Wow. So you see, taking down people is his thing.
Shy Bailey says she had a similar run-in with Linserat months earlier. Security at the Allen Hills Apartments in Southwest Atlanta called for Linserat, who was working an off-duty job there. Bailey says she was trying to pick up her child, who was with a friend, but she didn't have her ID. The two began arguing.
He was like, "Get out this car, I'm gonna break your arm." He decides that he was like, "Well, I'm gonna detain you. You're gonna get out this car."
Bailey FaceTimed her boyfriend. This is the video he recorded, although there's no audio on it.
You see him tussling with me. This tussle was trying to get me out of the car.
She says Linserat pulled her out of the car, threw her onto the ground, and dragged her down the street in handcuffs.
I ended up going to jail that night as well. I ended up going with bruises on my knees, on my elbows, on my fingers, on my hands.
Bailey says she filed a complaint with Atlanta police, but Linserat only received a written reprimand for working an off-duty job without a valid permit.
It's like a repeated cycle that's never going to end if nobody takes action and hold him accountable for what he's doing.
Linserat began working as an officer at Clayton State University in July of last year. We obtained his application, which mentions the Alexander confrontation, but not the excessive force. We attempted to get his side of the story.
We were just doing our due diligence to reach out.
But he declined to comment, referring us to the university. A spokesperson told us Linserat disclosed the civil lawsuit, and the police chief is happy with his job performance.
When I found that out, it actually scared me a bit, to be honest.
We also spoke with recent Clayton State graduate Levi Ohanehe, who never had any interactions with Linserat, but is concerned about his past.
I feel like the university was wrong in hiring him, and now that I'm sure that they do know about the extent of his violence in the past, I feel that they need to do something to get him off of the campus.
Atlanta police declined our request for comment. Mr. Alexander's lawsuit is working its way through the courts. We'll continue to follow it and let you know what happens. Back to you.